Compounded monthly. Okay. By now, you have the equation for compound interest memorized. Every single one of you do.
No.
That is a darn shame. Okay, I'm going to write it down. And then you're going to remember it.
Forever and ever.
Yeah. Even after this class, you better remember it. When we're all like old geezers in the rest home, I'm going to come up to you and be like, hey, do you have any equation for compound interest? And then you're going to be like, shut up, kick my cane. This is the equation for compound interest. Okay? Unless it's compounded continuously, in which case the equation becomes a lot simpler and it becomes hurt, right? This is compounded continuously. All right. Now it says we're starting with $10,000. Which letter represents what we're starting with? P. All right. So 10,000 goes here. And we're growing to $18,000. Where does the 18,000 go? A. P stands for principal or deposit, right? A stands for amount, like the amount you're going to have at any time, the variable amount. It's growing. So at the end of your evaluation period, 18,000. All right. The interest rate is 6%. Where does that go? R for interest rate. 1 plus 6 over, right?
100 times whatever it is.
What's the
Over
number?
100
You're
times.
supposed to stop me and say no.
I don't think you said any yet.
It's 0.06. Why is the R 0.06 and not 6?
It's 6%.
A percent. Percentages don't work in equations very well. You have to use decimals. Yeah.
What if you did 6 over 100?
You do 6 over 100. That would work also. In that case, you'd have a fraction over a fraction. Because the R would be 6 over 100, and then you'd have to put the N on the bottom. What is N?
12.
Monthly.
N stands for the number of times it's being compounded every year. Monthly means how many months in a year? Nobody's from China here? Or nobody's Jewish? So 10 months, right? Okay, and then we go to the NT. Again, N appears twice in the equation, and then what do we plug in for T? We don't know yet.
Time.
It's T time.
Because we're trying to find it.
We're trying to find the time. We have everything else. Okay. So you do as much as you can without a calculator. This is something you can work out without a calculator. Believe it or not. You really can. I believe in you. If we have 1 plus 0.06 over 12, that's the same as 0. I'm going to say 6 over 1200. It's the same exact fraction. Right? You multiply top of 1 by 100. Okay, you know what 6 over 12 is? 6 over 12 is half, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this becomes 1 over 200. So then we have 1 plus 1 over 200, right? Which is what fraction? It's 201 over 200. So I'm going to simplify this number before I do anything else. But if you end up getting like weird numbers, like if this were 0.035 divided by 7, well, okay, that one's not bad. But like that maybe, like 9 times a year, like, this just leave it like that, you know? Because you don't have calculators, he's not worried about simplifying stuff, he's just worried that he wants you to know how to solve the equation. So that makes 201 over 200 to the 12t. Next up.
So you're saying that we could leave it as a 0.06 or 12? Could we leave it like that on the test instead of simplifying it?
I'd probably say you're most likely okay, but when you see something that you actually can't simplify without a calculator, I think it'd be wisest to do that and just not risk it. Yeah, you're probably okay to leave it like that. I would think with the instructor we have, but if you can simplify it, do it. That only took an extra, what, like 45 seconds. Okay, next step. I heard something about 10,000. We're going to divide the equation by 10,000. Dividing by 10,000 is really simple. The power of 4. Why is this 1.8? Dividing by the power of 10 just means move the decimal over that many times. This has 4 zeros, move the decimal over 4 times. So that you should be able to do. 1.8 equals 201 over 200 to the 12t. Okay, now I gotta get the t. It's up in the tree. What do we use to get things out of the tree? Logs. Okay, what's the base?
201 over
Yeah,
200.
this nice number here. What's the exponent?
12t.
Okay, so we say the exponent equals the log, right? By the way, there are alternative methods to solve this using natural logs, things like that. But my favorite is just rearranging the equation. You have the exponent equals the log, and the base is 201 over 200 of 1.8. Final step.
Divide by 12.
Divide by 12.
That's so ugly.
Get out. So, and an alternative way to write that would be natural log of 1.8 divided by the natural log of 201 over 200 divided by 12.
On the test, is he going to want it like the natural log or?
Not sure. I would write both. I would write both to be safe.
Both of those answers you right?
Yep. You're probably okay with either one. I'd be willing to bet that you're probably okay on either one. But just to be safe, write your answer in 2 forms. And say, this is form A, this is form B. Check which one you want. If you like B, yes or no. By the way, when I was in elementary school, I sent a letter. You know, I passed the note and said, do you like me, yes or no? Okay, so she put no. And so I was so mad, I took the paper, and it was a pencil, so I erased the no and put yes. And I was like, checked yes. So you. Okay, do we have any quick questions on this one? Okay. Population of a small town in Idaho is 3,000. Isn't that the population of Idaho was 3,000 in 2008?